This video is not it's not a discussion per se. It could be depending on the comments. It's just purely informational and factual. So take it however you want to take it. But I come here to tell you the true name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which his name is YAHWEH. Many people out there believe nobody knows really the true pronunciation of YHWH, but according to my source that I'm finna bring forth, which is the Encyclopedia Britannica, it's going to show you how the name Yahweh became to be known as the capital L-O-R-D, Jehovah, Yahuwah, what have you, all those other different variations of the name of Yahweh. And as the Encyclopedia Britannica reads, it says, Yahweh, name for the God of the Israelites, representing the biblical pronunciation of YHWH, the Hebrew name revealed to Moses in the book of Exodus. The name Yahweh, consisting of the sequence of consonants Yod, He, Wah, is known as the Tetragrammaton. After the Babylonian exile, 6th century BCE, and especially from the 3rd century BC on, Jews ceased to use the name Yahweh for 2 reasons. As Judaism became a universal rather than merely a local religion, the more common Hebrew noun Elohim, plural in form but understood in the singular meaning of God, tended to replace Yahweh to demonstrate the universal sovereignty of Israel's gods over all others. At the same time, the divine name was increasingly regarded as too sacred to be uttered. It was thus replaced vocally in the synagogue ritual by the Hebrew word Adonai, which is my master, my Lord, which was translated as Kyrios Lord in the Septuagint, the Greek version of the Hebrew scriptures. The Greek version of the Hebrew scriptures. I wonder why, but let's keep on going. The Masoretes, who from about the 6th century to the 10th century CE worked to reproduce the original text of the Hebrew Bible, added to YHWH the vowel signs of the Hebrew words Adonai or Elohim. Latin-speaking Christians scholars replace the Y, which does not exist in Latin, with an I or a J, the latter of which exists in Latin as a variant form of I. Thus, the Tetragrammaton became the artificial Latinized name Jehovah. It says that Jehovah is the Latin artificial name of Yahweh, which means Jehovah is not his real name. It's fake. And it also pronounced as Jehovah. as the use of the name spread throughout medieval Europe. Understand? The initial letter J was pronounced according to the local vernacular language rather than Latin. Although Christian scholars after the Renaissance and Reformation periods used the term Jehovah for Yahweh, in the 9th century and 20th centuries, biblical scholars again began to use the form Yahweh. Early Christian writers, such as Saint Clement of Alexandria in the 2nd century, had used a form like Yahweh, and this pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton was never really lost. So it's saying that although people saying the pronunciation of YHWH was lost, it was never really lost. They just don't want you say and knowing the true name of the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose name was Yahweh. It also says many Greek transcriptions also indicated that Yahweh, well, YHWH, should be pronounced Yahweh. The meaning of the personal name of the Israelite God has been variously interpreted. People have their own little spin on Yahweh. Many scholars believe that the most proper meaning may be He brings in existence, whatever exists. But nevertheless, that's the whole point I'm trying to make, is the fact that the pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton, YHWH, was and will always be truly Yahweh. It never changed. It's just people, for whatever malicious intent or agendas they have, they just decided to not let you know the one and true name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, my forefathers. Hallelujah. I hope y'all enjoyed the little information that you have been blessed with. Also, I just want to just say, man, just go ahead and look it up. Just go type in Encyclopedia Britannica and see what all it says. I just wanted to point you out to the truth so that you can, live your life, in truth and sincerity. That's all. Shalom.